Lieutenant Colonel A. Shekhar from Atul Vidyalaya. Welcome to the summit, sir.
Thank you.
So to begin with, given education sector in India has become really dynamic and there's lots of technology and innovation taking place, where do you see it going ahead in the next couple of years? What's the path ahead for us?
Right. Thank you for having me here. It's always been great to be part of ELETS and what we are doing. Our appreciation for what you are doing. Please continue doing that. Right. Technology. 5 years back, if somebody had asked me, where would schools be? And 5 years later, the kind of technological penetration we have had is unbelievable. It's a revolution which is unstoppable. Yet, how do we get the 14 lakh schools in India, less the 14,000 in CBSE, 2,000 in ICSE, about a few hundreds here and there. How do we get the rest of the schools, get the best of teachers, delivered their lectures in the best way possible into their classroom? The vast majority of what we are doing is still classroom on the basis of a chalk piece and a blackboard. And in the most remote hamlets, we are short of quality teachers. In cities we are. So ICT has got the real key to make India the knowledge superpower which we all aspire to be. We talk about it a great deal, but that's the way we have to move forward.
So, but as you said, that technology should reach to everyone. So what can be done more to bring in inclusiveness in education, probably taking that technology to every nook and corner in this country?
Yes. To put it bluntly, we want less profiteering, more nation building. It's a harsh statement. When you go to any conference, US has been one of the best organized ones. You have a lot of sponsors getting around. There are products being sold all over the place. Fine. Have products, sell them. But can we sell them at rates which are affordable for those schools? Can we reach across the country? Dhirubhai Ambani famously told his son, 35 rupees per phone call, it will never last. It should cost less than a postcard. Similarly, we should have tablets, we should have video projection systems, we should have transmission systems which the average student, parent can afford. And that is where all of us have to collaborate. Once you do that in the short term, long term, we ourselves will reap the benefits. It's not happening yet. At some places, yes, but a long way to go.
And so also the places where these innovations that have been implemented, what have been the challenges faced at the stage of implementation of these innovations and initiatives?
Yes. Firstly, resistance, as can be always the case. We are resistant to change. The teacher does not want to move forward. The principal does not want to move forward. If he wants to see his email, or she wants to say somebody else, although we might use iPads at home. So that is that resistance. Secondly, there is this fear of the unknown. Technology will take the teacher away. Technology will make us different. All these things can happen. So that's one part, the resistance. But that's coming down hugely. Technology has invaded, whether we have to do an air ticket or a train ticket or a bus ticket. The technology coming into our mobiles. So therefore that resistance is coming. What is fundamentally the challenge is, one is the model where the teacher no longer is the knowledge provider. He or she is a facilitator. Or in some cases, she does not know anything. She has to find out and get back to the student, which becomes a big problem for the teacher. Her ego is hurt. That's one challenge. Second is, technology is always a mixed blessing. In terms of you Google something, much of the material is unverified. That gives you another challenge. And the third part is getting the teacher to get outside resources, whether it's an EduCom or EduServe. They bring ready-made material. And that material the teacher has to come up to, get it contextualized to her needs and deliver it to the classroom. These are ongoing challenges, but once the next generation comes in, we believe that those challenges will be handled easier. And I see a bright future.
And so, according to you, what do you think is the role of a principal in today's time? As in, where the rules are getting diluted and the lines are getting blurred somewhere with technology coming in, or students getting smarter in using these high-tech instruments and tools. So, what role do you see a principal playing in the entire education system or in the school?
Interesting question, difficult question. If in 1992, if you were told India will have more than 900 million mobiles, you would have been told, "Ye pagal khana jana hai." Similarly, we are training, teaching or mentoring our students for the next generation. We do not know what's happening after 5 years. We are having to make them be ready for professional self-development in an increasingly technological world. For the next 60 years, we don't know what's happening for the next 5. So one is the principal as a leader has to be a learner. I would redesign the term principal as chief learner, which is what you should do. Second part is the value systems. The socio-emotional learning part does not come through technology. It is a human interface. That part has to stay. How do you sustain that in terms of getting the children who are into Facebook? We are talking about urban generation. Lots of things would happen further when the penetration goes into the rural areas wherein the mobile has become very ubiquitous at all over the places. So school leaders have a real great role when nuclear families are coming in, grandparents are not there. The responsibility of the school has gone up exponentially. The demands have gone up, and we are also in a market-driven economy. So the challenges are enormous. There will be leaders, there will be school leaders, but I would also believe very strongly that the more dynamic you are, the better it is, because schooling in this present form will cease to exist. The schooling systems today are based on industrial revolution. You will see holidays are during April, May or May, June when the fasal katne wali season ho jati hai. 365 day or year-round schools, dynamic curriculum, coming in, going, students having examinations when they want to, not when we want to. Huge challenges, huge changes, but I still believe the principle won't become extinct, it will be more relevant.
Alright, sir, thank you. It was a pleasure having you here, sir.
Thank you for the time.